I was not expecting that. Her connection to the lyric, oh, it just hits me. Kia ora and welcome back. My name is ZoeStibi, your vocal coach for today. In today's video, we're going to be taking a look at Barbra Streisand, Being Alive. I haven't looked at Barbara here on the channel, but I just love her. She's amazing. She taught me to sing. She really did. Her CDs are the reason why I sing. So, Barbara, are we ready? I don't think I am. Before anyone starts going, you should have a look at this one from 30 years ago. She did it better. I don't care. She's a fantastic older woman who sings beautifully, and we need to acknowledge that as well. So let's get on to it.
Recording the Broadway album gave me a chance to work closely with Stephen Sondheim, who wrote this next song from Company. It takes place in New York City. It's the main character's birthday, and he's surrounded by his friends, but he still feels alone. And he realizes that he's never really been in love, And he's at a point in his life where he'd just like to feel something, anything. And his friends say, Bobby, what you need is someone to hold you too close. Someone to hurt you too deep. Someone to sit in your chair and ruin your sleep and make you aware of being alive. Someone to need you too much. Someone to know you too well. Someone to pull you up short and put you through hell and give you support for being alive. Being alive. Make me alive. Make me confused. Mock me with praise. Let me be used. Oh, vary my days. But alone is alone, not alone. Somebody cloud me with.
It's too hard to stop in this song. It's too hard to stop in this song. Isn't she just amazing? I've got no idea how old she is in this performance, but relatively old. Her career spans many, many, many years. But if you'd like me to do a bit of a before and after, or then and now, whatever we want to call it, with Barbra Streisand, let me know down in the comments, because that's something that I'm looking at doing now on the channel. You can hear at the beginning, the voice is a little bit dry. Could be due to tiredness. Could also be due to the fact that women, look, Barbara's probably well over menopause, let's be honest. But what can also happen is we can experience dry vocal folds. And I have heard from other women who have gone through menopause that it does create sometimes a little bit of instability within the voice. As you're getting older, now it is really important to keep on training so that you can learn to use this new voice, which might be a slightly lower voice as well than you're used to. Let's just go back on that. You can see she just seamlessly goes from speaking to singing, which is what I love to encourage students to do.
And he's surrounded by his friends, but he still feels alone. And he realizes that he's never really been in love, And he's at a point in his life where he'd just like to feel something, anything. And his friends say, Bobby, what you need is someone to hold you too close. Someone to hurt you too deep. Someone to sit in your chair and ruin your sleep and make you aware of being alive. Someone to need.
I was not expecting that. Oh my goodness me, her connection. This song is not sad. Oh, it is a little bit reflective. It's just her connection to the lyric. Oh, it just hits me. It just really, really hits me that just so beautiful. The way that she's talking, and the way I was thinking about it, you know, the way that she's so clearly on the music. I mean, she's got a wonderful musical director, but you can hear that, you know, the phrasing of it all. I mean, it comes through a lot of practice, but it's just, her musicality is just absolutely incredible, and you can hear the pauses, and you know, that's what it's about. It's about also practicing the musicality side of things. So what I can recommend to you is, I personally believe that karaoke on YouTube is wonderful, but it's also ruining your musicality. And I'm going to talk a little bit about, in the video below, about how you can improve your musicality without fucking it all up through karaoke. Yeah. So let's have a look at it. You can see there, let's talk a little bit more about her vocal technique. Barbra is, I know it's quite surprising because she brings her teeth together.
Someone to hurt you too deep.
Yes, indeed. And that's kind of the same way that Julie Andrews goes and closes her mouth. I mean, Barbra does the same thing as well. But it's this idea of doing the decrescendo, but allowing the consonant to make the decrescendo as well for you, not just ignoring the consonants. Really important. Don't ignore the consonants.
Someone to sit in your chair.
You just feel it.
And your sleep and make you aware of being alive.
And you can see there she uses the live, and using more of the mouth shape in order to create those dynamics for you.
Someone to need you too much.
Very, very.
Someone to know you too well. Someone to pull you up short and put you through hell and give you support for being alive. Being alive. Make me alive. Make me confused.
I'm so sorry, but she went, make me confused. You know, she was in the head voice there as she went up. And then the quiet bit, you know, someone to hold me too much, someone to put me through hell, keeping the mouth relatively closed in order as well to keep the sound quieter, that economy of the movement that's going on in the sound. And you can see it from the still, alive. I don't know what she's going to say. Yeah, alive. You can see that the tongue, take a note of what the tongue is now doing as we're going to keep on watching, because it's so important. You notice that there's the bit of scratch going on in the voice at the beginning. That's quite common in older voices, that you do start to, well, firstly, we know that we lose collagen, so we lose the mobility of the vocal folds. So it is quite common that the voice at the beginning, when we have lower volumes or lower pressure, that it gets a little bit scratchy. You'll notice that disappears as she gets louder, which is totally normal, because as we're getting louder, we're using more pressure, and therefore there is more effort behind the sound, and it's kind of getting rid, if you like, of that crackly sound, which isn't a bad thing.
Make me confused, mock me with praise.
Look at that tongue.
Let me be used, oh, vary my days. But alone is alone, not alone. Somebody cloud me with love. Somebody force me to care. Somebody make me come through. I'll always be there, frightened as you, to help us survive. Being alive, being alive, being alive. Yes, being alive.
Oh my goodness me. Oh my goodness me. That was just, I love her. She's just such a wonderful singer. So connected to everything. And you could see there she lifted up and almost went backwards. Now, Barbra Streisand is very famous for saying that she doesn't practice. So I mean, she doesn't really do any exercises. She's very famous for saying that she doesn't really warm up her voice. She just starts singing. Now, that would be what we would call a natural singer. We have to also remember that her mother was a singing teacher. So, you know, it's not like she never had any training. It's, you know, she was also on Broadway from a very young age. This would also be a version of training, in my opinion. That's also training. And also the whole time, you know, you're trying to get better. She's very, very driven. But you can see their very typical Barbra note at the end there, high tongue position. If you want to learn all about that, check out my free sing lesson in the description below. It's going to be available only for January. I actually wanted to not bring it out for 2024, but I'm just taking a little bit longer to prepare the new singing lesson for you. So it's going to be available for January as well. Get it in the description below. This typical Barbra sound, belty, but still being alive, but still what I would call a little bit more head voice leaning belt than this thicker vocal fold. It's still thicker vocal fold, but with a lot of that thyroid tilt going on, and you can hear that through the vibrato, which kind of carries out through the song. Let's just go from this bit. High tongue.
Somebody make me come through. I'll always be there, frightened as you, to help us survive. Being alive, being alive, being alive. Yes, being alive.
So beautiful. And you can see that she goes, and then she, you know, again, takes on that breath. That's also a really great way if you are belting something high. She does that as well with, because like, massive fan. Yeah, she goes, nobody, no, nobody is gonna rain on my, but if you want to have a look at Don't Rain on My Parade, I think I might explode today. Let me know down in the comments if I should have a look at that. I think I'll just keel over with that one. I just love her so much. But that's a really, really great way for you to take the larynx down, release that tension, and then come back, sort of like reset, if you like, into the second part of the note, which is an excellent way when you're belting, rather than just belting this whole time up here. Oh, Barbra, what else could we say? Let me know down in the comments what your favorite live Barbra Streisand performance is, because I would love to see that. And if you've enjoyed this video, then don't forget, hit that subscribe button so we can geek out about vocal technique together. You can check out some other fantastic musical theatre belters over here, and my Breathing for Belt here. My free masterclass is available in the description below, and I cannot wait to see you. Oh, you're awesome. I just want to let you know that. And have an awesome rest of your day. Happy singing. Ka kite anō.